Testing 1 2 3. afternoon. We're conducting a hearing on the record in the matter of case number 9056 and 9064 relating to the standard offer service and bill impacts relating to the SOS bids of October 2023. Mr. Spivak.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Good afternoon to you and commissioners. Staff has two witnesses to present this afternoon. The first will be Frank Mossberg of Bates White LLC. He is the Commission's consultant for the SOS bidding. And the second will be Drew McAuliffe of the Commission's Electricity Division.
So,
Staff calls Frank Mossberg to the stand, please.
Raise your right hand. Do you solemnly affirm under the penalties of perjury the statements made in this matter today are the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
State your full name.
Frank Mossberg,
Spell your last name.
Mossburg.
Give me your business address, please.
It's 2001 K Street, Suite 500, Washington, D.C. 20006.
Thank you very much. If you can take it, please.
Thank you. Good afternoon, Mr. Mossberg.
Good afternoon, Mr. Speaker.
Do you have in front of you a document captioned in Maryland PSC cases number 9056 and 9064, captioned direct testimony of Frank Mossberg, Bates White LLC, on behalf of the staff of the Public Service Commission of Maryland, and dated with today's date?
I do.
Did you prepare this document, or was it prepared under your direct supervision?
I did.
Does the document consist of 8 pages of question and answer testimony and 1 exhibit?
It does.
Do you have any additions, deletions, or other corrections you would like to make at this time?
I do not.
And if the questions were asked of you now as they were asked in this document, would your answers be the same?
They would.
And do you adopt this document as part of your sworn testimony in this proceeding?
I do.
Mr. Chair, staff requests that the direct testimony of Mr. Mossberg be marked as Staff Exhibit Number 1 and admitted into the evidentiary record, please.
so marked and admitted.
Mr. Mossberg, can you give us a brief summary of the contents of your testimony, please?
Sure. Good afternoon, Commissioners. Again, I'm Frank Mossberg with Bates White. We are the Commission's technical monitor for this 2023-2024 Standard Offer Service RFP. We would recommend that you accept the results of this first bid day, which took place last Monday. And we say so for 4 reasons. First, the bidding was open, fair, and transparent. All bidders offered similar products, and the winners were simply those who offered the lowest price. This is the most transparent form of bid. Second, the bidding was competitive, and I can share a couple metrics publicly. There were 12 bidders in total. That compares to 10 last April, so that's a pretty healthy number of bidders. Those bidders offered 4 megawatts for every megawatt we needed. By comparison, in April we had 2.7 megawatts offered for every megawatt needed, so that's a welcome increase. Finally, out of those 12 bidders, we had 11 winners. Again, that compares to 8 winners in April, so that's a pretty robust amount of winners. Third reason we would recommend acceptance is that there were no violations of the price anomaly threshold or PAT. All winning bids were below the PAT as is required. And fourth, all the RFP rules were followed, all the processes were smooth. We were able to independently confirm the winning bids and the winning bid prices with the utilities. With that, I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Any questions from the commissioners? Commissioner Sussman? Commissioner Richard?
No questions. Thank you.
None from me. So, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mossberg. All right, the commission staff calls Drew McAuliffe to the stand, please.
Raise your right hand. Do you solemnly affirm under the penalties of perjury the statements made in this matter today are the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
State your full name.
Drew McAuliffe,
Spell your last name.
Mcauliffe.
Give me your business address, please.
6 St. Paul Street, Baltimore, Maryland, 21202.
Thank you. You may be seated for witness.
Thank you. Good afternoon to you, Mr. McAuliffe.
Good afternoon.
Do you have in front of you a document captioned in Maryland PSC case numbers 9056 and 9064, titled "The Commission Staff's Report on the Standard Offer Service Bidding Process and Results for 2023 through 2024, and dated with today's date"?
I do.
And does the document consist of 15 pages of information presented in both text and table form?
Yes, it does.
Did you prepare this document, or was it prepared under your direct supervision?
Yes.
Are there any additions, deletions, or other corrections you would like to make at this time?
No.
Okay. And do you adopt this document as part of your sworn testimony in this proceeding?
I do.
Thank you. Mr. Chair, staff requests that the Commission staff report be marked as Staff Exhibit Number 2 and that it be admitted into the evidentiary record.
So marked and admitted.
Mr. McAuliffe, can you give us a brief summary of the content of the staff report?
Yes. Good afternoon again, Chair and Commissioners. I'll provide a brief overview of staff's report of the estimated bill impacts of the standard offer service bidding conducted on October 16th, 2023. SOS bids were received for residential, Type 1 and Type 2 service. The residential bill impact estimates compare average estimated bills from June 2023 to May 2024 to June 2024 to May 2025. A summary of the estimated residential bill impacts are provided on page 1 of staff's testimony. I will now turn to the individual utilities. Please turn to page 3 for Potomac Edison. The average total residential bill will increase 5.1%, which translates to approximately $93 per year, and the SOS portion of the bill is increasing 7.9%. Please turn to page 4 for Potomac Electric Power Company, or PEPCO. Average total residential bills are increasing 2.2%, which translates to approximately $48 per year, and the SOS portion of the bill is increasing 4.2%. Please turn to page 5 for Delmarva Power and Light. Average total residential bills for Delmarva are increasing 0.5%, which translates to approximately $13 per year, and the SOS portion of the bill is increasing 1.1%. And please turn to page 6 for Baltimore Gas and Electric. Average total electric residential bills for BGE are increasing 2.6%, which translates to approximately $49 per year, and the SOS portion of the bill is increasing 4.6%. Please turn to page 7 for the Type 1 estimated average bill impacts, which show increases for PEPCO, Delmarva, BGE, and PE. And finally, I will review the Type 2 estimated average bill impacts. Please turn to page 8. This compares estimated bills from December 2022 through February 2023 to December 2023 through February 2024. Additionally, a comparison of SOS rates from fall to winter is also provided. Please turn to page 11 for Potomac Edison. Average total bills for winter 23-24 are decreasing 40 to 43% from winter 22-23, and SOS rates are increasing 46% from fall to winter. Please turn to page 12 for BGE. Average total electric bills for winter 23-24 are decreasing 36 to 39% relative to winter 22-23, and SOS rates are increasing 45 to 47% from fall to winter. Please turn to page 13 for Delmarva. Average total bills for winter 23-24 show a decrease of 34 to 36% from winter 22-23, and SOS rates are increasing 44 to 46% from fall to winter. Finally, please turn to page 14 for PEPCO. Average total bills for winter 23-24 are decreasing 39 to 41% from winter 22-23. And finally, SOS rates are increasing 57% from fall to winter. That concludes my summary. Thank you.
So, any questions from any commissioners? Commissioner Richard?
Thank you.
Let me ask one, probably
Sure.
simple question, but on page 1,
Mm-hmm.
where you have that residential summary.
Mhm.
So BGE and Pepco are pretty close, but there seems to be this wide variance between PE and Delmarva.
Sure.
So can you just explain to me why that is?
Um, I don't know that I could give a great answer. Obviously, it depends on the bids that they're receiving from the companies. I will say PE is on a slightly different schedule that may have impacted things slightly. So, so
Does
this
the
number,
size of their service territory have impact on this, or?
that's, I guess it could for the bidding. You know, maybe there's just less interest in their products they're offering. That would probably be a better question for Mr. Mossberg. But
Oh, I see.
that could be part of it. And again, PE is on a different schedule, so that 5.1% actually isn't complete yet. There's only about 80% of that residential offering that's showing there, and the 5.1% has only about 80% has been actually procured so far. So maybe when they finish it, maybe that brings it down. It's hard to say, but the timing could also be an issue that's causing that slight difference.
Mr. Chair, may I ask a redirect question or two, please?
Sure.
I have a theory, and the
Okay.
witness might have an opinion on it or not.
Sure.
Mr. McAuliffe, do you happen to know, is there still a substantial differential in LMPs between what happens in PE service territory as compared to what happens in Central Maryland and/or Delmarva's service territory?
Sure. I'd say I'm not an expert, but I would say traditionally the LMP in Central Maryland is usually higher. Just there seem to be more constraints getting into that part of the state.
Okay.
So yes, that could also possibly impact.
Although it does
They would
seem
be
actually that looking at the changes here, that PE is actually higher, so
Yeah.
it might not have anything to do with that. Is that
Yeah,
as well?
that's fair as well. Yeah, again, PE is on a different schedule, so I have a feeling that's probably a somewhat a part of this. As you may be aware, you know, when the invasion of Ukraine happened, that caused a lot of jumps in energy prices. So I will point that.
Alrighty. Thank you.
Thank you.
So any other? I see Mr. Fields here. Any parties want to make any comments on this? So. Alright. And so I guess with that, we will accept the bids that were submitted for the SOS prices. And with that, the hearing is adjourned. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, Commissioners.
Yeah. No.